question to the Black people. How would you feel as a Black person and what you went through in this country and in other countries as slaves, which is the worst thing from the pit of hell, to be told by the white people or Europe or Spain, the Spaniards, that slavery never existed and you're a liar? What are you talking about? What's slavery? We never enslaved you. Slavery doesn't exist. It was just a misunderstanding. It was just a fight, or it was something. But slavery never happened. You're a liar. Shame on you. This is what I, as an Armenian person, and I don't want to take this away from the Black community and what you're going through right now. This is what I, as an Armenian person, and other Armenians have to put up with for over 105 years of denial, of genocide denial, and even this country is denying it. Even our country, my country, is denying it, which is America. And the Turks, they look at you, they stand in front of you and spit on your face because you telling me that the genocide doesn't exist and we didn't do that and it was just a war. You're spitting on me. I would rather have you spit on my face or just smack me. All I see in this country ever since I've came here is white people being apologetic towards what they've done, and they feel they feel guilty for what they've done to the Black people. And by the way, slavery did not, people act as if slavery started in the United States. So slavery did start in Europe. Muslims, it started from Spaniards and Europe and the Caribbean. So, and then in the end, it was in the end that it came to the U.S. But they make it seem that U.S. is the worst country. We had slavery. Okay. Also in the U.S., if you don't know, during that time there were white slaves as well. And so what am I trying to convey today is you playing the victim and you using the racist card is really getting old, and it just doesn't make any sense anymore, because just because there are evil people out there, that doesn't mean that all white people are racist. As a matter of fact, from my experience, I have seen more extremely racist Black people than white people. That's just my experience, okay? And I have nothing against Black people. I love the Black people. As a matter of fact, people get shocked as to, oh, you go to a Black church? Oh, you used to go to a Black church? Why? Or I get along in my past. I get along and I've gotten along more with Black people and feel comfortable more with Black people, I don't know why, than my own people in some instances. So don't bring the race card. I'm not racist. I just like to speak the truth. I don't care if I offend you. It doesn't matter, because I want to say how I feel, and people need to speak out and be honest as to what they experience and not be afraid. So first of all, some facts that most of you don't know. The choking, the neck choking, ladies and gentlemen, was a common thing. The police officer, that idiot, what he did to that poor man is George Floyd, was totally legal before the late 80s, around the 90s, was totally legal. And so it became illegal. It was banned because it was killing a lot of people, okay? Doing that was killing a lot of people, so they banned it. In LA, the LAPD banned that. And so, however, this is still part of their training in Minnesota. In Minnesota, it's part of their training. So I'm not justifying the officer, but it's not like he did that on purpose and it was premeditated murder, but he was an idiot. He was maybe demon possessed. Another thing that they found in the autopsy, he had a heart attack, and it's a fact that he was on drugs. And if you look at the video, when nobody notices this, go look at the video before they did that to him, when they arresting him. His hands are behind his back, and he's on the cement. He's sitting on the floor on the cement. A cocaine bag, a little bag drops from his hand on the floor, and he keeps on trying to hide it. So that's something interesting that I noticed. But it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to give you the facts. But no matter what he did, how evil he was, you have no right to do that to any human being. Okay? I don't care if you're a child molester or whatever. You can't do that. I don't condone that. Go to jail. But I don't believe in that. So I'm just glad that the cop is indicted. And I don't think that it was premeditated murder. Maybe the cop was demon possessed. He was evil. There are evil people out there, ladies and gentlemen. But you can't prove to me that this cop, though he killed him, is a racist. He killed him because he's a racist. Maybe he killed him because he knew him. Maybe he killed him because they had a problem. Maybe he killed him because he was just evil. He's just evil. That's what happens. There's evil people out there. Are you surprised? Another thing was he was a major porn star, George Floyd. Again, another fact. And another fact that is he knew both of the cops, including his killer, murderer, I must say. They worked in a nightclub together. They were bouncer security guards for a year, so they knew each other. So how come the news doesn't cover that? Because all the news wants, all the communist, CNN communists and other newscasts, all they want is to magnify what they want to is to magnify the story that they want to create, is to magnify the thing that drives them to their agenda, okay? And most of those protesters, Antifa, who are all demon possessed, meth heads, white, liberal, racist. The only racist people are the liberal, communist, far liberal, communist people who always wanted to get rid of black people, who created Planned Parenthood to kill, they were saying, the Negroes. We created this to kill the black people, Margaret Sanger. So this racism stemmed from the Democratic Party, KKK. They're all from the Democratic Party. Now, if you looting and doing all of this to innocent people like myself, to millions of innocent people out there, they're Koreans, they're Chinese, they're Mexican, they're Cuban, they're white, they're black, all kinds of races. What do those people have to do with what happened in Minnesota? I've never even been to Minnesota. Why are you doing this? A lot of you are claiming that you're doing this to hurt the white people because they have to know what we went through. Well, what about Jewish people? Okay, if you want to talk race, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk race, if you want to talk about the most hated people, I'm going to be honest with you, for no reason, are the Jewish people. Okay? Europe, anti-Semitism, here, everywhere, around the world, Russia, they hate the Jewish people just because they're Jewish. So it's like getting so old. It's like, shut up already about your race. How come you don't see one flippin' Jewish person destroying these countries that hate them, these people that hate them? No, they mind their own business. They're busy learning. They're busy taking care of their kids. They're busy getting married. They're busy doing bar mitzvahs. They're busy creating things, okay? You don't see a Jewish person going out there killing someone for a sneaker bar. You don't see a Jewish person, okay, writing on walls, F whites, or F Mexicans, or F Palestinians, or F this. No, you don't see that happening. You don't. So you always bring the race card. I don't know why. I just feel like you feel entitled. You are projecting your feelings onto me. You're saying that as a white person, I'm racist, but you're the racist. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but most of these people who say that I'm racist and that all white people are racist, you're the racist. You claim you want privileges, basically. What you want is privileges. What you want is revenge. All you want is revenge. People that are outside doing that, all they want is to see white people suffer, is to see revenge. And you call yourself Christians out there? And if you're a Christian, shame on you, because you don't make any sense. You really don't make any sense. You have to forgive people, okay? I'm not gonna go loot off Turkish people because they're telling me that the genocide never happened. Do you have any idea how much that hurts me? Two of my grandparents went through that. Do you have any idea how much that hurts me? I don't hate Russian people and Georgian people because Stalin was a Georgian, and Stalin took my family, my grandmother's family, for 7 years. My grandfather died in a concentration camp because they were Armenians, because this stupid, evil piece of garbage hated Armenians. So he hated them. He wanted to kill them. So my grandparents were in Siberia for 7-8 years. My grandfather died in Siberia. Do I hate Georgian people? No, I love them. Do I hate Russian people? No. That is so ignorant. It's like, grow up already. Stop using this race card, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And you asking for retribution. We don't owe you any retribution. First of all, I wasn't here. Most of the Americans weren't here during slavery, so we don't owe you any retributions. You going off and stealing things from rich people, saying that this belongs to us, this is our retribution. What retribution are you talking about? Okay? Do I ask for retribution for what they did to my ancestors? No. Do the Jewish people, Hebrews, were slaves in Egypt for over 400 years, and they built, because you claim that you built America, they built Egypt, they built the pyramids. Do you see them saying, hey, this is my land, I claim this land, you owe me this, you owe me that? Nobody owes you anything. You know when your retribution was paid? Darling, do you know when we paid our retribution? When thousands of people gave their blood, American, white people gave their blood for your freedom as a black person, for you to be able to vote. Okay? Martin Luther King would be so upset for what you're doing right now, going out there and doing this. Do you think you're right? What are you doing? I don't understand what you're doing. And guess what? Most people right now, most races are gonna hate, now they're gonna hate the black people because you are destroying everyone's life. We have all kinds of races. We have all kinds of races in America that are being targeted right now, that are being looted, okay, by this meth-headed, rich governor's son, governor's daughter in Ivy League universities, basically terrorists. And in my opinion, if you're a terrorist, they need to destroy you, like they destroyed ISIS, okay? If you don't destroy cancer, cancer will kill you. Big church, okay, I'll name the church. I used to go to City of Refuge. That was my favorite church. They were like the best. They had the best pastors. They're the best preachers. They're the best music. I love them, and I love that church. So the first day I walk into this church, I have no clue. I'm clueless. I don't know how it works. I'm not a church person. So I go, and there's no seat. I can't find a seat, and I wanted to sit like in the front rows. Okay, so I sit, and then I guess it was like where old people sit. So I sat there. I said, oh, okay, grandma, I want to sit next to them. Well, you're not supposed to sit there. It's like I just pulled up a gun or something. You're not supposed to sit there because it's only for elders. So this lady behind me, black person, again, black lady, she was almost cussing me out, and I'm not paying attention to her because I don't want to fight, because once I open my mouth, it's not good. You think you're all that. You think that because you're white, you have privilege to sit here, get out of the seat, blah, 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 blah. And then other people, this Hispanic lady came and defended me. But it's like, no, you don't even know me. Why are you accusing me because I'm white? Why are you thinking that I have a privilege because I'm white? No, I'm just happy to be here. So did that make me, I've had many instances from black people, did that make me hate them? No, I love them. So because I don't see race, I just see human. I see good human, bad human, evil human. So that's all I see. I don't see race. But some people see race. You know what Karl Marx says? Accuse others of what you are guilty of. Just like I said, basically, project your racism on other people. So you calling me having privilege, you calling me racist, obviously that's you, okay? And that's not me. So let's see what the Bible says about what's going on and the looters, and that you have to respect your government. Because what I see right now is, this new thing where as a white person, you have to kneel before a black person and say, I'm so sorry, what has happened to you? You try coming to me and telling me to bow down to a black person, or I don't care, whoever person, white, black, yellow, polka dot, tell me to bow next to you. You try doing that to me. Who do you think you are to tell me that I have to bow to you and apologize to you? If a Turkish person came and did that, I would be upset, I would be offended, and I would take high umbrage at that. I don't want any man to kneel down before me because I'm not God. And I sure as heck ain't gonna kneel down before someone like you, whoever you are, because of what white people did to you. And I see police officers are being punch bags, okay? And they're kneeling down before black people. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you a punch bag? No matter what you do, you're not going to satisfy their insatiable, these desires, this evil desires that they have, that you have to say, I'm sorry, over and over again, wash my feet, drink the water. No matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you're evil, you're going to be evil. You're going to want more. If I bow down to you right now, the next day you're going to want me to sacrifice myself because I'm white. Do you understand that this attack is on white people and not on black people? This attack is on white people. This is very dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just sick and tired of this. Let's see what the Bible says. Go to Romans 13. Let every soul be subject to the government authority. For there is no authority except from God, and the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Donald Trump is appointed by God. You disrespecting him are disrespecting God. And obviously, you don't worship Jesus, you worship Satan. Therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of God. And those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. You who are out there right now, you're going to pay for it. And I hope and I pray to God that he curses you and that you pay for every single thing that you've done to all these innocent people. I pray that 1,000,000-fold curses are gonna come up on you, and I am praying for that, because what you're doing right now, you are destroying my country, you are destroying these beautiful people, you are destroying everybody, and you're gonna pay for this. God is saying you're gonna pay for it. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same. So if a cop stops you, don't resist them. If a cop stops you, don't be an idiot and curse them. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I've had many instances, well, not many, okay, I've had like 2. I was stopped by police officers. I'm not gonna go into why. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't stop a stop sign. I almost hit a cop car. So 2 cops, there's like 4 cops, right? Stopped me and were really mean to me and say, get out of the car now. I said, what do you mean get out of the car? I'm not gonna get out of the car. I said, get out of the car, and they almost got their gun out. Guess what? They put me behind their car and searched my vehicle for like 30 minutes. And I told him, officers, you are not gonna find anything but alcohol wipes in there, okay? Because I have OCD. So they searched and searched this whole time. I'm crying in the car. What am I trying to say? Are they bad cops out there? Yeah, but did I make a federal case out of this? And something happened to my mom as well, and of course she's white. Something happened to my other Armenian friend. She's over like 50 years old. She was handcuffed because she was giving an attitude to the cop, and put on the floor and all that. And she's not black. So should we say that there's more crime from officers to white people than there's to cops on black people? But the news is not going to say that. The news is not going to say that. The news only says what helps their agenda going. One more thing, racism will always exist, but is it like a big problem in the United States towards blacks? No, I don't think so. Because, like I said, there's evil cops that they're just evil. So if you're attacking, at least go attack that cop. Why are you attacking us? You know what I mean? Go find that cop and attack him. I mean, this man has been indicted for murder. So what more do you want? Why are you still out there doing this? I don't understand that. I don't know if you know this, but there are thousands of Muslim slaves in concentration camps right now in China. Are we doing anything about that? Is anybody going out and rioting? There are Muslims being locked in churches and burned to death in Nigeria. Christians by Muslims. There are attacks on Jewish people. There are attacks on Chinese. There are attacks on Mexicans. There are attacks on Indians. The Indian people. There's always attacks. You're never going to solve that problem. You're never going to solve this evil problem, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm evil, you can't tell me not to be evil. I'm just evil. If I'm good, you can't tell me not to be good. You are who you are. You can't, no matter what you do, you're not going to solve the evil problem. Do you understand? No matter what you do, that evil person that hates black people, he's still going to be evil. So what are you going to do about it? The Hispanic is still going to hate the Chinese, for example. The Chinese is still going to hate the Muslim. The Muslim is still going to hate the Christian. What are you going to do about it? The Muslim is going to hate the Jew. What are you going to do? There's nothing you could do. There's nothing if God cannot do anything, God chooses not to do anything, God gives you the freedom of will. Who are you to tell me who to hate, who to love? Just mind your own business. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Just live your life. I take umbrage when you say Black Lives Matter, because that means that only Black lives matter and white life don't matter and Chinese life doesn't matter and Mexican life doesn't matter and Cuban life doesn't matter. I mean, what the heck is that? What are you talking about? I take umbrage at that. So stop saying Black Lives Matter. No, say human lives matter. You're the one that brings up the race. Stop magnifying the race. Enough with your race already. Just love each other and get along with each other. Until Jesus Christ comes, ladies and gentlemen, you're never gonna have peace in here. Just take that and leave, and just understand that and just live your life. It's never gonna be better here. It's gonna get worse and worse. Okay? So calm down, sit down, and stop looting this beautiful country. I love this country. And if I see you burning the flag, you have no idea what I'll do to you. Somebody that's capable of burning the American flag, that person needs to be locked up, this is my opinion, and treated as an animal, because you're an animal by doing that. I will never, if you put a shotgun in my hand and tell me to burn the American flag, I will never burn that flag. I will never even burn a Turkish flag. That's disrespect. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. That's disgusting. And you come to this country and you burn the flag of America. Why are you here if we're so bad? Why are you dying to come here if white people are so bad? I don't get it. Go back to your country, whoever you are. I don't care what race you are. If you don't like this country, the doors are open. Go back to your country. Okay? I'm not gonna go live in Turkey because I don't want to live there. I would rather die. I don't want to live in Japan. I don't want to live in China. Okay? Because I don't like those countries. I like this country, therefore I live in this country. So if you like China, if you like communism, if you like Islam or whatever, if you like killing Jews or whatever, then I don't know, go live in Saudi Arabia. Go live where the ISIS are. Go live in China. Why are you living here? If we are so bad, then why are you here? I don't understand. It's like, get a life already. I'm done. I'm sick of this. Get a life. Everybody has problems. Every race has gone through stuff. Every single person. Stop making a federal case about it and trying to come and sacrifice and kill me. What are you doing? No, this is a pretext to steal from people because that's all you want to do. This is a pretext to kill people. This is a pretext to, pretty soon they'll be raping people. This is just a pretext to show your face of who you are. And I'm not talking about only black people. I'm talking about everybody who is out there rioting. I'm especially talking to those meth head, mentally retarded, ill-looking people out there, okay, on drugs, who are out there looting and doing all of this. You deserve to be locked in jail forever and ever and ever because you're an animal and you're scum and you're trash and you're a piece of garbage. A dead rat has more, I have more respect for a dead rat right now than people like you are out there looting. I'm sorry. You are worse than a murderer and you're worse than Hitler. Bye.